Welcome back to Let's Play Darkest Dungeon. I'm your host, Timepants, and today we have something very special on tap. Vevers! She is our Antiquarian. She? I think it's a she. Anyway, so I know it looks like we got her at level 3. Oh my goodness, Timepants, you're robbing us of all of this wonderful original content. Not so. Kind of. Yes, the stagecoach got an upgrade, experienced recruits, and I just went ahead and went all in on it. We can take a look at the exact breakdown because, trust me, we are going to be using that in our New Game Plus. So since we do have the Antiquarian as our new class here, we are going to spend a little bit of time with her. I've already gone ahead and outfitted her here, and you'll see why in a minute. First off, good synergy with evasive. Secondly, her damage is garbage. It's really bad. The one thing that she does have going for her is this blight attack. I think that's going to be pretty good, especially since it does also drop a debuff there, causing the blight resist to plummet. On top of that, get down. Interesting, and I kind of like this as a way to initiate a battle. She has healing. I'm not sure how good it's going to be. Probably not very, if it's anything like her other skills here. Also, protect me. I love this. I love this. So, she basically just pushes somebody in front of her, and I think that is why I love this party so much. I'll show you the rest as we get into it, but we're going to be taking Thorold, Mortain, Vevers, and Monsell. Clint Mansell. We're going to be heading into the ruins, our old standby here, and I love this. I think this is going to be a pretty good run. We are going to definitely have to figure out how the Antiquarian actually works. I think that is a bit excessive. I am not sure, to be honest with you. I mean, just taking a look at her, I think I see power. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not going to be a case where, surprise, it turns out that it's actually really good in combat and outside of combat like the Houndmaster. No. But I do think that it does have some interesting synergy. The ability to push dodge into the stratosphere, especially with something like invigorating vapors. Let's get flash powder before we go. I'm so sorry. Let's just see what that flash powder. No idea. Looks like it's just a debuff. Probably a waste of money, but you never know. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm wasting everybody's time here. And I'm going to waste just a little bit more of it once we get started because we have to pick a color. This is very important. The Street Fighter player deep down inside of me just says that the most important thing that you can possibly do as a player is develop a color that is uniquely your own and sort of your signature. My color is the color of losing. Street Fighter V came out. I am not good, but it's very fun. It's great. But we're talking about Darkest Dungeon. This is actually a really good color, but let's see. Not feeling it. That's actually kind of cool. Yes. There we go. Vevers. Alright, and let's see here. This is a very good camping buff considering that it's one time. Let's see. I don't think we'll get much use out of this, but we'll see. I like trinket scrounge. It just kind of depends the sort of trinkets that we're going to come up with. So the plan here is to initiate with the Thorold doing a shadow fade. I like flashing daggers. Maybe pick to the face. Nah, flashing daggers. Alright. Yeah, so basically she's going to initiate with shadow fade, and afterward we're going to push her in front of our Antiquarian. And so this is going to give us some defense,
Even
and
the
we're going to get a
cold
chance to
stone
sort of
seems bent on preventing
prolong the
passage.
battle, but in a safe way, so we can hopefully learn something about how this character works. I'm excited. I really think that there's some potential here. Also,
If only treasure could
I
staunch
guess
the
there's
flow
something
of
going on with her that makes
otherworldly
her
corruption.
generate more loot. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't see any specific trait or skill that she has that... Any specific trait or skill that she has that really stands out as something that's gonna make that happen, but apparently that's a thing. Apparently that is in the game. Woof. Alright. Festering Vapors, get lighted.
Devastating blow.
And that's a great start. There you go. That crit tells you everything. Everything you need to know about the
Great is the
character.
weapon that
She
cuts
has
on its own.
potential. So, I'm very excited though. I mean, I've said this already, and the fact that I keep repeating it should be a testament to the fact that, yeah, I think this is going to be a match made in heaven. Let's see. Invigorating Vapors? Nah. Protect me, dog. I was kind of hoping that it would show her like cowering behind the grave robber. I mean, I know that they would, in order to make that work, they'd have to do like a whole bunch of original artwork for like every single class,
Give them no
like
quarter.
her just sort of hunkering behind them. I still think that would be a nice touch, especially if she hid behind another Antiquarian and the Antiquarian was just like, what? Like, super surprised, like, oh god, not me, don't get me involved in this mess. This is incredible. Wow. This is an excellent start. And what do we do? What do we do? I guess just drop the vapes. Like, I think a class that has dot is really insulated from the potential negative effects of, you know, having terrible damage. Like, at the very least, she has the ability... At the very least... It's for everybody? Oh. Oh, you shouldn't have. Red Hook, you shouldn't have. But no, I think this insulates her a lot from her poor natural damage.
This momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Interesting. Okay, yep, the Antiquarian clearly has some sort of buff that causes the party to get a lot more treasure. Wow, that is awesome. Alright, how do we want to do this? Let's see. Up, back, down, like so. Yeah, that feels good. Wow, that's a lot of treasure. Like, are
Finding
these
the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be
are
carried
these
home.
minor antiques? Are they unique to the Antiquarian? Like, do only Antiquarians generate those? That's super cool. I'm very impressed. Like, I'm such a fanboy, but Red Hook, you've done it again. Okay, I was wondering why like, we weren't gonna hit this thing very hard. Oh, 50% protection. Well, yeah, that certainly does explain it, doesn't it? Okay. How do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Alright, I think I have a battle plan. Unfortunately, my battle plan did involve actually doing more damage. Okay, battle plan fail. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, my battle plan did involve, like, doing damage at some point. That's clearly not happening. So, that's alright. We'll just revise our strategy here a little bit. Was this a bad first round? Yes. Yes, it absolutely was. 45 dodge is incredible. That's phenomenal. This is... I feel like this could be a good party. Like, I hope I'm not setting myself up for disaster, but, like, okay. Let's break it down here. What do we have going for us? Dodgy. Everyone's dodgy except for our Vestal. Other than that, damage is good. We have dot, we have stun. Yeah, this feels like it could be a good party. I don't think I'm bullshitting out my butthole here. I think this has potential. I like this. Alright. So we gotta figure out how we're going to close this out here. Hugement. Alright, that's very fortunate. Let's close this out with a thrown dagger. Skadoosh. And now maybe a crit up front, if you please. Nah, alright. Still pretty good.
Slowly.
And...
gently. This is how a life is taken.
You.
Grievous injury.
Disappointing.
Palpable fear.
But yeah, this feels like it has potential. I wonder if we got really lucky with, like, the... I wonder if we got really lucky with the drops there, because it almost feels like that's too good. Right? Like, we can't constantly be getting that much treasure. It's just... Huh. Well, how about that? Alright, that's pretty good. Alright, let's just use that up, use that, and... Alright. Gosh, every instinct in my body is saying, don't leave the treasure behind. Honestly, no, let's camp. Honestly, our situation with regards to our finances actually does justify being a little bit hardcore when it comes to going in here and trying to pull out as much treasure as we can. Honestly, we've been hemorrhaging money. And it's a little bit sad that continues to happen. I just have to find out. Okay. Well. I'm a little bit sad that continues to happen, even though the game is over. That's a little embarrassing, but... Honestly, it's really fun to just throw caution to the wind. Like, I totally get why people go into the club and make it rain. Like, throwing money around makes you feel like a boss. Oh my god.
Haunting the hearts of
Well, that's unfortunate. And we have to get in position. Oof. This was a very, very, very bad start. Oh god, yeah, we need to turn this around quick-like. Let's see. Okay, so we can't actually heal anyone in the party, so that's good to know. I don't think we do that, but that's good information to have. Okay, I think we do this. She gets blighted. Great. And now we stun one. I'm really glad that we did that. He is so fast, and if we didn't get him under control, he could start dropping some pretty nasty stuff on us that would last the entire run, because we blew our camping right up front. And This is not going well. This certainly could be going better.
Destroy.
Like, losing the +2 speed from this, I wish it wasn't as devastating as it clearly is. Flashing daggers? Or do we just go for the kill?
Decimated.
All right, I feel like we made a good choice. That's excellent. And we're gonna let her bleed out a little bit. Like, is that a bad idea? Is that inviting danger? Absolutely. 100% yes. We are inviting danger by allowing her to continue to bleed. But we don't have many other consumables that we can use to try and get
Continue the onslaught.
yeah, to try and prevent
Destroy
dots
them
from
all.
destroying the party. So I want to hold these back until we find perhaps a more critical time to use them. We'll see. I think we just do this for the dodge buff. But this should be enough. Like, I can't really foresee this battle dragging on too much longer. And I mean, you're dead, right? You're dead. Please. Pretty disappointing healing, all things considered. There we go. Alright, so we don't want more of that to happen.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Alright, I feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that we have... Well,
A
that's
fortune
stupid.
waiting to be spent.
Yeah, it does make me feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that we have the consumables here to safeguard against the worst happening. Hopefully it doesn't. But yeah, if we get blighted, we got it covered. If we get bled, we got it covered. Obviously, this is a no-go. A little bit more scouting is perfect. Hey, and if we could get a secret room, I promise I probably wouldn't forget. I would just miss it. Let's see here. Like, this is a pretty tame run so far. I hope that I'm not asking to get smacked down for that, but this is quiet. I mean, good grief, look at that. There's just nothing going on here. Like, one fight? Like, and it can't be the Shambler. Might it be the Collector? I don't know. Beautiful. So, one thing that I think the adjustment to camping, like how those buffs work now, how they're limited duration, one thing that has really changed in the meta is that, yeah, like, these curios that give buffs, or that give buffs that last the entire duration of the dungeon. Oh my god, those are so much better and more important now. It's an interesting change, and it's kind of an indirect buff to them, but I like it. That's really, like, I find that really interesting. Alright, let's close this out. Like, a crit lunge would be just fantastic. Alright. Wonderful. That was very useful. Excellent. Very productive. I'm so happy. Like, obviously, she's worse than the Plague Doctor at this. I know I've been talking up the Antiquarian because she's new and kind of interesting, but yeah, I mean, in terms of damage, worse than the Plague Doctor. But, like I said, I think she is a little bit insulated from the adverse effects of having low damage output, just because she does always have the option of, you know, slapping a blight on somebody and just letting it linger. You know, if that goes, if that goes like one round, that's
the accursed champion falls.
Well, let me just say, it's a nice set it and forget it.
Huh. At least promises success.
Okay. Eat up. And there we go. Yeah, because, you know, once you slap a dot on somebody, if, you know, you can put yourself in a situation where, all right, you'll let them have one attack. And, you know, let's say they have a dot on them for, you know, 3 damage. Pretty basic, but if they have, you know, if they have like 9 hit points, you stun them for 1 round, let them have 1 attack, and that's it, they're dead. And you can really commit a small amount of resources to managing that one opponent in the fight, while you're focusing your damage down on everyone else who is either a bigger threat or at the very least a threat that needs to be more urgently managed. Tetanus is unfortunate. That's, I mean, not terrible, because we were never really relying on her accuracy as being like a major element to our success, but that still kind of sucks. Please don't. Thank you. Like, the longer this game goes on, the more I hate compulsive and like those kleptomania
The match is
quirks. Like, God,
Blazing
those
star is
are
born.
horrible to deal with. Disappointing.
Back to the pit.
And we're actually going to get a kill here with our Antiquarian, I think. How exciting. Please no? Thanks. Awesome. Appreciate it. And you are dead.
Another abomination.
Our Antiquarian is not going to get a kill. Let's see. Honestly, I'm thinking that we stack dodge, because if we end this fight quickly, there's a possibility that we've got combat waiting for us just outside. And if we can carry this buff into the next combat with us, great. Like, so much the better.
Fiend.
Just being able to initiate with, what, plus 18
A trifling
dodge?
victory,
Good grief.
but a victory
That's
nonetheless.
a big advantage for us to enjoy, especially considering, yeah, we are about to lose our other big advantage, which is our camping buff. Hopefully that's going to be fairly irrelevant. Looks like we probably will actually complete the dungeon just going through here. So what is interesting, or at least what I think I'm picking up from this, is that the Antiquarian gives her big buff to treasure generation
Glittering gold,
when
trinkets
she,
and baubles,
when she
paid for in
survives
blood.
combat. That was not the character that I meant to try and disarm with. But yeah, she doesn't seem to get the benefit just from when she opens an interactable, like a treasure chest or something like that. She's got to survive a fight, I think. And if that's the case, that's really interesting, because it really does play up the risk-reward element that I think makes the character so compelling. Alright. Let's shadow fade back. And I think we do, in this case, yeah, throw her in front of our Antiquarian here. Hopefully get the stun, and if so, disappointing. But this was the point here. I almost had the Antiquarian run with a Houndmaster instead of the Grave Robber, and I still might. Yeah, I still might. because the Houndmaster just generally has good stun. And here's what I'm wondering, can we chain guards? So she has the Houndmaster guard her, the Houndmaster guards somebody else. Can we chain those? That would be tight. Alright, we have some science to do in the next episode, kids. That is an interesting idea. I like that a lot. And then we'll have our grave robber as our third character, and then like an occultist. And we will just go full dodging. So, yeah, she hides behind grave robber. Or sorry, she hides behind the Houndmaster. Houndmaster guards the occultist. And then we just have like our super dodgy grave robber here. And, ooh, that is so interesting. Alright, we're gonna try that. It might just be one of those things that's more novel than it is
As the light
like
gains
a
purchase,
good sound strategy.
spirits are lifted,
But come
and
on,
purpose is made
that's
clear.
so cool. Alright, we're in the home stretch now. I think we can feel pretty good about burning our
bigger the
bandages
beast,
here. Plus it's gonna
the
give us
greater
some
the
space
glory.
in our inventory because we're probably gonna want to make use of that.
Ghoulish
Alright, let's
powers,
see.
brought low and driven into
One
the
of those,
mud.
one of those. And let's make room. What are we gonna give up? This. I think I hope it's exceedingly unlikely that we come across another one of those
Packs laden
interactables
with
that
loot
we
are often
absolutely
low on
need
supplies.
to take advantage of the plus 30 damage until camp. Like, if we really are depending on that to make it through the rest of the dungeon, we've got some problems. But it looks like we're not even, like, it's not even going to come to that. So I can't imagine this not being the end of the
Handsome
dungeon.
reward for a task well performed.
We probably could have killed the light and got a little bit more. So let's go back. Let's just be thorough here. You know, the reason we brought the Antiquarian is to maximize our treasure. So let's do that. It never hurts to be thorough. This is, you know, this is good. I think just a good opportunity to practice an essential life skill, which is to be patient, to be diligent, to make sure that, you know, you're thrifty. Make sure that you're, you know, you don't want to leave money on the table. That's just being ridiculous. Like, people sometimes ask me, like, why or how do you work overtime, like, constantly? Like, I think since I started working, I've done about 15 to 25 hours of overtime, like, every single week. And people are like, why would you do that? That seems like it sucks. Well, yes, it does. But if you don't do it, you're leaving money on the table. And that, to me, that is a graver sin than not, you know, going home and jerking off. There's plenty of time to do that when you're supposed to be sleeping, but, like, you know, you don't just trade money for JO time. That's part of just being an adult, really. Alright, so that got really vulgar really quickly, and I apologize. Good grief. You deserve a higher quality of LPer than that. That was very easy. And so next time we are going to, instead of the Hellion, we're going to take what? We're going to take our Houndmaster. Vetchi and Beavers. A match made in heaven. Alright, so let's see how that goes. I think Beavers probably is going to sit one out here and get that tetanus removed. But I'm excited. I think this is an amazing party. Oh, by the way, this is something new. Trading heirlooms. Ooh, interesting. And you can trade your heirlooms for different, for different consumables, or different kinds of heirlooms here. Now, I haven't quite figured this out, because it seems like deeds is just a no-go. But, I mean, it must, right? Otherwise it wouldn't be here. We'll figure that out later, probably in the New Game Plus. I don't think we really aren't hurting too bad for our heirlooms here, plus, you know, they're useless. Other than that, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I am going to be doing daily uploads until Vivers hits level 6, at which point we'll go back to twice a week, and we'll probably just be focusing on the New Game Plus, because I want to have it done before Dark Souls 3 drops. So, anyway, I've talked way too much. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye. Talking about J. Owen.